conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast that's going to give you a chance because we like you a lot, so we'll give it a shot. Give it all that we got. La-dee-da-dee-dee, la-dee-da-dee-da. It's a TikTok song. I'm Dan O'Keefe, and joining me, as always, is Anna Otto. How are you, Anna?
Wait, should I sing my favorite TikTok song? Because I don't know if I have one.
Absolutely, you should.
There's one song that really bothers me right now that's has the word hoe in it, and it is actually, it's the one that's like, so there you go.
There you go.
Oh,
okay.
Can't make a wife out of a hoe, but I do like it when people go, can't make a wife out of a white man. No, that one gets me. That gets me. So is both my least favorite and my favorite. It can really go either way. I'm good.
That's good. I'm trying to think of other TikTok songs now. Have you seen the one, it sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks are singing, but it's like the only thing that people do with it is lip sync and have really pretty backgrounds while they do it.
No. You and I have very different TikTok pages, I feel like.
I feel like our only crossover is theater related stuff.
And emo stuff. You've sent me quite a few emo things.
That much. I know. That has started to die down a little bit, and I've been getting more mainstream TikToks. And it's terrifying.
I did feel really attacked one day because I got 3 of this kind of TikTok in a row. And it was just a guy with walks up to a microphone and he's holding a guitar and he goes, "Hey, I'm Brent from the Walter Payton Manning year of the Payton Manning."
I saw that one.
Yeah, I think I sent that one to you because that one is triggering to me because I listen to that kind of music and I was like, am I a caricature of myself? Walter Payton Manning of the Year award.
I love it. I love mid-2000s Midwest emo.
Me too. I am still a mid-2000s Midwest emo.
Get with the times, woman.
No.
It's 2021.
Absolutely not. Me and my middle part are just fine. Thank you.
All the kids
wait, no, what do I have? A side part.
You have a side part.
Thank you. I forgot where hair goes for a second.
I don't understand. Okay, the things that the youth want. I think I've mentioned this before, but whenever I have a middle part, I look like Dwight from The Office.
Yes, because I replied with how Gage looks like Bolby, and I make him make the Bolby face. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Gen Z, of which I am one of you. I have to sit this one out.
I don't think the boys have.
No, the boys have the
parts.
fluffy hair that covers all their forehead. That doesn't make any sense.
They're sleeping with curlers in. I'm almost certain that's how they get it. Unless they're using hot tools, I guess.
I have hair straighter than the day is long and with about as much volume as a muted triangle.
Me too,
There's
Dan.
nothing there.
Me too, Dan. You and I were not cut out for these looks, Dan.
No, I could just wear my Target bought jean jacket, and that's my only thing.
I have on running shorts and a bandana for a headband. It's not summer. I just was warm, but now I have a blanket on. So,
okay, you say it's not summer, but the past 2 days it has been almost 60 degrees, which in Milwaukee, that's outdoor bathing weather.
I mean, yeah, I did step outside today with the dogs and think to myself, "Ooh, I'm getting a little sweaty."
Ooh.
Ooh. Should we talk about the movie now?
I really don't want to. Do you think they've gathered that by now?
Was that crying or laughing? I'll never tell.
I'll keep my secrets.
Mm-hmm. Fine then, keep your secrets.
Fine, I'll give the info.
Thank you, Dan.
The movie that we're unfortunately talking about today is Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, the sequel to the aptly titled Fantastic Four. Released in 2007. Once again, directed by Tim Story. Written by Don Payne and Mark Frost. Starring Ioan Gruffin, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, Michael Chiklis, Julian McMahon, Kerry Washington, Andre Braugher, Bo Garrett, Doug Jones, and the voice of Lawrence Fishburne. Released by 20th Century Fox on July 15th, 2007 in the United States, but August 14th, 2007 in Germany. With a budget of $120 to $130 million, it grossed $301.9 million. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 37%. And I don't have a Roger Ebert quote for you.
That's okay. In this house, we love Doug Jones. So just want to.
And I need to be clear. This Doug Jones is not the Doug Jones that was briefly a senator from Alabama from 2017 to 2021. This is the Doug Jones who is the tall, long fish man who has the eyeballs in his hands from Pan's Labyrinth or The Shape of Water.
Both directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Correct. You got really close. You're disturbingly close to the camera.
He's my favorite director. I thought you knew that.
I didn't.
I have a Pop Funko of him.
A Funko Pop?
A Pop Funko.
A Funko Pop?
Yes.
Good.
He's on my wall next to my Gage and Church ones.
You have a Church Funko Pop?
Gage and Church from Pet Cemetery.
Oh, I thought you meant you had a Funko Pop of Gage.
Not my Gage.
Your significant other?
Yes.
And then you had one of a church. I don't understand how Funko Pops
Okay,
work.
listen to me, everyone. Just to clarify, before I met Gage, my favorite Stephen King book, and still now, but before I met Gage, I determined that my favorite Stephen King book was Pet Cemetery.
Maximum Overdrive.
Yes. No, it was Pet Cemetery. I'm wearing a Pet Cemetery shirt right now, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I bought some Funkos of Gage, the little boy zombie, and Church, the zombie cat. And they're here vibing. My boyfriend zombie is reading in the bedroom. That's
what's he reading?
Something about a wizard detective. I don't know. Anyway, Dan, we got to talk about this movie. It's what the listeners
want.
want.
I don't want to.
Dan, stop stalling by asking me about Funkos.
How do they work?
No,
what
Dan.
makes them special?
They're just cute,
Can you
Dan.
make your own?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. It's the sequel to Fantastic Four. I watched it last night. I took a shower in the middle of it because I was like, this is so terrible. I hate all of this. It was,
It wasn't that bad.
I think part of the issue is I watched this so much when I was a kid because it was in that Marvel box set that I mentioned last episode. And I think as a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old, when I got that box set and I watched it a ton, I didn't have taste. Not saying that I have tast now. I spend most of my time watching Adam 12 on MeTV.
Oh, God, are you my mom? Ugh. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
But I was really into this movie when I was 10 or 11. And I feel like I should apologize to my parents for that. Because they definitely had to watch it too if I was being a little shit and not letting them watch Say Yes to the Dress or whatever. Or The Real Housewives.
Oh.
I say them because, well, my mom is the only one who watches Say Yes to the Dress. My dad, big Real Housewives fan. Bravo and Law and Order, the two most watched things in our house.
I just forced Gage to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians with me against his will. So that's where I'm at. That's my relatable content.
Very relatable. So this wasn't the worst in your opinion?
It's not the best. Dan,
That's
okay.
high praise.
Listen, I'm still only invested in The Thing and Alicia. Oh God, I'm always gonna mess it up.
Kerry
Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still only invested in their love story. Nobody else's. That's it. Thank you. Also, the graphics in this movie are somehow worse than the
Yes!
first movie.
Oh my lord, I didn't... Like, in the first movie, some of the effects, I was like, this hasn't aged well, but it probably looked fine for 2005, 16 years ago. Remember how 2005 is 16 years ago?
Stop, Dan. I'm ignoring you.
But this, oh my god, it does not... And this had a bigger budget, too.
Yeah,
It does not look good.
I think they spent all of it on Doug Jones, and
Mercury
that's it.
makeup?
Yeah.
Because the Silver Surfer looks good. Doug
Yeah.
Jones is the Silver Surfer. It's
In case
a
you
very good
didn't know
effect.
that he's a character or a creature actor.
But also, they should have been able to do that already because they already had the model for that from 16 years earlier in Terminator 2.
I don't even know what to say, okay, Dan? This is just... That's where I am. Like, I just think the graphics are just so painful. Like, above all else, let's just say... Also, one thing Gage kept harping on is the fact that there's no measured growth. They just suddenly understand their powers entirely.
They can do everything perfectly now. Yeah.
Like 2 seconds in, when I keep wanting to call her Elastigirl, that's not it. When Invisible Girl or whatever, I don't even know their
Invisible
names. I
Woman.
know their character names. I don't know
Susan Storm.
Well, except for I guess I do know. I just don't know hers. I'm sorry.
Susan G. Storm for the Cure.
Yes, that's it. Hate you. She like turns the little like remote thing that Mr. Fantastic has invisible.
Mm-hmm.
What? When did she learn to do that? How did we even know she could do that? We didn't until this movie.
We
Like-
didn't. You're right.
It just magically, all of a sudden, she can just turn things. That really did not sit well with me. I was hyped about it. Also, no offense to Jessica Alba, excuse me. Her wig was busted in this movie.
It was not. It was falling off.
Yeah, the budget for wigs was $5.
Yes. Again,
We forgot to buy a wig. Let's go to Party City.
$110 million went to Doug Jones.
Correct.
$10
as it should be.
million went to Lawrence Fishburne
Yes.
for doing the voiceover, and the rest, they had to make do.
Everyone else got $5 and a free lunch.
The other big difference between this and the first movie is that the first movie was rated PG-13, and this one is rated PG.
Oh, no.
Which, I mean, ratings in and of themselves are basically useless, but this definitely feels like a kid's movie.
Yeah, it
as
does.
opposed to the first one, which felt like just like a regular comic book movie, which they're technically kids' movies, but they got a little edge. This has as much edge as a Sphere.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not saying that like a movie has to be edgy and adult to be good. There are plenty of kids movies that are really good.
Yes. Rango.
That is not the direction I was going to move in, but okay. But you know what I mean? Like, just because something is rated PG doesn't mean it's a bad movie.
No, not
But
at all.
this is not a good film. It's not even like a kid movie though. Like it is a kid movie, but I can imagine, or it's like a movie a kid could see, but I can't picture a kid sitting down besides you, sitting down and like enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I didn't have taste. I just liked I thought the action was really cool and really good. It's not.
Roast
Is it
yourself.
slightly better than the first movie?
No.
If that, no, it's worse. Dan, idiot. No, wait, I was 10, so Danny, idiot, stupid
Oh
boy.
God, Danny. He lives.
He died so I could live.
Danny walked so Dan could run.
When I was really little, I made people call me Danny Boy, like after the song. Oh,
Tell us
Daddy
you're Irish
boy.
without telling us you're Irish.
Well, you couldn't figure that out by my name?
I'm just saying.
You couldn't figure that out by looking at me?
The listeners aren't looking at you, Dan.
You couldn't tell that out from hearing my voice?
I hated that. That was physically painful.
Anyway, come back next week when we talk about Luck of the Irish. Thanks for listening
Love
to
it.
our Fantastic Four
No,
episode.
good
Goodbye.
try, Dan. Good try. Let's trudge through.
Okay, so the movie starts out and there's a space storm or some shit.
A Susan space storm.
There's a wedding. There's a wedding happening. It is the
Yes.
wedding of Mr. Fantastic and Susan G. Storm for the Cure.
And
But you know
Mr.
what?
Fantastic's career.
He's a workaholic.
Big
He
time.
doesn't have time to devote to the woman that he loves and is going to get married to because he has to work on his things. He wants to track a mysterious metal object that came from the sky. But Susan, she's a nag, and she's nagging him. You can't be on your work all the time. What about our wedding that we've already had to postpone? We can't be postponing this again, right? Also, for some reason, they're having an argument in the middle of an airport. Why are they in an airport? Can they not fly private?
No, not yet. Wink.
No, because they have to make a joke where everybody gets a middle seat, especially the Thing, who is wearing his Hawaiian shirts.
I felt bad for him because you know how, like, this is so terrible and I hate this, but you know how, like, if you're of a certain size, airplanes will make you buy 2 tickets?
Yes.
That's what the Thing would have had to do.
I don't think they would have let him on. He weighs like 3,000 pounds.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just was thinking about the fact that, like, in the... I can't...
It's just a breakdown.
Yeah, I just love the Thing.
Your blinding love of the Thing doesn't let you see how bad of a movie this is.
My love of the Thing is I've got tunnel vision. I've got my blinders up. All I can see is how I'm weirdly attracted to the Thing.
To Rock Boy.
He's so sensitive and cute. I can't help it.
Anyway, back in New York, I skipped over the beginning of the movie where there's a big explosion in the middle of the Sea of Japan.
It's fine. It's not
Because
that
there's
important.
a hole in the sea. Anyway, back in New York, you know what Reed's doing? Working on his work stuff. But Johnny has something even more important than that. He's got to throw Reed a bachelor party, and all bachelor parties are held the day before the wedding.
Okay, I already have qualms with the bachelor party.
Go ahead.
I just think it's so stupid. First of all, he's just dancing with the girls. That's nothing to get
Yes.
all huffy about.
No.
But on a technical standpoint, the graphics of his arms stretching, why are his clothes stretching
Yikes.
with him?
I know.
It's
Are they
just
nylon?
embarrassing. Yes. It's just embarrassing. He has like leggings on as sleeves, as a shirt. No, it's just dumb. Like I don't know. Everything about this movie is just
Everything
dumb,
about this
Dan.
movie is dumb.
I know. I only took like 5 notes. Holy cow.
Wow.
Oh, wait, before the bachelor party. Hey, Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans. Does anybody know who's in this movie? It's Captain
think-
Holt. It's Captain
Yes,
Holt.
it's Andre Brower.
Yes. Sorry, I don't
Horribly
know actors'
wasted.
names. You know that.
Yeah, Andre Brower horribly wasted in this
God.
movie.
He was so funny on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's the same character, but with no joy.
Well, he's also, what was the show? Oh, it's not Hill Street Blues. It was another one of those 90s like gritty cop dramas where he was one of the main characters. And he's a really good actor, so he worked well in that. But when you give him a script of this level and this much to work with, where he's playing generic Bush-era army general.
Yeah, his talent is wasted.
Yeah.
But it
Also,
was
he was
delightful.
supposed to be... He was supposed to be Nick Fury, but they had to change it at the last minute because they didn't have the rights to Nick Fury.
I know he was supposed to be Nick Fury. I wish he... No offense, Samuel L. Jackson. But I wish he had been Nick Fury. Can you imagine? It probably wouldn't have stayed him. It probably would have been Samuel L. Jackson anyway. I don't even know why I'm
Yeah.
apologizing to him, but I just really love Captain
He
Holt.
listens.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Sam. Anyway, I I just really love Captain Holt, so I was excited. Gage was like, "Oh, you're gonna like this scene," and I was like, "Why?" And then Andre Braugher turned around, and I went, "Captain Holt." So I was really excited.
Also, in the dance scene at the bachelor party, the lyrics to the song that they are dancing to, I wrote down some of them. They are, "Let's dance, let's get physical, and take off our clothes." A little on the nose there, Jonathan, for
Yeah.
planning the party. Also, I've attended a few bachelor parties in my life. I say a few, meaning two, and they were both my brothers. But I know of other bachelor parties. They're not held the day before the wedding.
No,
That's
never.
stupid. Two, I don't. Maybe it's just because of the people that I hang out with or the people that I know. I don't know anyone who would want to be like, yeah, let's go to a strip club for my bachelor party because the old ball and chain's never gonna let me see a stripper again.
I know Gage's
What?
brother had a joint bachelorette party with his longtime girlfriend, now wife. And they went, like, the boys went to a strip club later in the night, but that was just like kind of a joke, I think. Like, the
Yeah, I
girls
don't know
clearly
anybody
did
who
not
does
seem
it
to care.
unironically.
Like, it just seems like the joke is, oh, let me go to this strip club because that's what guys do at bachelor parties. But like, and I don't know what, like, I definitely drank out of a penis straw at a bachelorette
Yeah,
party, but like,
that
again,
happens.
it felt kind of like a joke, you know?
Yeah.
But again, the bride, I've only been to two bachelorette parties, and the bride was like, no penis stuff. And then her now sister-in-law brought a bunch of penis stuff, and that's why that happened. So that was very uncomfortable.
That's
I mean,
awkward.
yeah, I was like, okay, like, I'll use it to be nice, but like, ooh. So, I mean,
Yikes.
yeah, anyway.
I just drink out of a penis straw in my everyday life.
Just on the reg, I mean,
Easier
it was
to grip.
fine. It was not, the whole thing isn't a penis, Dan, just the top. It's like a
I know.
regular straw with a penis on top. Okay. Just making sure you knew. I was like,
I'm
what
really
are you
happy your
using?
mom listens to the podcast.
Sorry. It's fine. Hi, Mom. I love you.
Anyway,
I'm a
it's
good
time
girl.
for the betrothment.
Betrothment. Dan.
Stan Lee is not allowed into the wedding despite being Stan Lee.
That was cute. I did chuckle
was
at that. Every time I watch a Marvel movie now, when Stan Lee comes on, Gage and I both go, oh.
Oh, cute old man.
No, because he's
As-
dead. Not 'cause
Yeah, I know that.
Also because he's cute, but anyway, sorry.
That's
Sorry, everyone.
no. I'm just. I'm not. I mean, it's sad that he died, but that's not as sad. He was an old man.
Well, yeah, he lived a
It
very
was-
good life.
He
it
lived a very
sounds
good
like.
life. Yeah. That's less sad than like. Why am I saying this?
Dan,
is
just
sad.
continue on. Death
I'm
is
done.
sad. Okay.
Death is sad. This movie's making me angry.
I can tell your patience is slipping.
I have nothing left. All I do is talk about the weather and golf. I don't golf. Other people tell me about golf. Somebody release me from these bonds.
Oh my god.
Anyway, the wedding. It's going on, but Reed Richards, he wants to speed it up. Why? Because there's a mysterious disturbance in the sky. So much so that it's the Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer appears, and then Johnny chases him, and he touches him, and he loses power. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. He doesn't lose his power, quote unquote.
No, he gets like he starts playing a game of tag because of his power. Where every time he tags someone, they get his power until they tag him again, they get it back.
I would like to say something about the Silver Surfer.
Okay.
He's double cheeked up. Thank you. That is all.
He has cake.
He has like a birthday cake, a wedding cake. Like,
He
it's
has a
big
wedding cake.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hey, you know, surfers, they got the strong legs, strong thighs.
Yeah, he got a strong everything.
Anna, calm down.
Double cheeked up.
Anna, Anna, calm down.
No. It's impossible.
The one positive I have about this scene, which is the scene that they showed, or the clip that they showed maybe 8 billion times in any trailer or promotion or anything for this movie, is the shot of the Silver Surfer going through the building. That looks really cool.
Okay,
and the movie
that looks
wants
sick.
you to know that it looks really cool because Johnny Storm says immediately after the fact, "Man, that's cool."
I mean, it was, so...
Yeah.
You know what else I thought was cool? Never mind.
What?
I'll say it when we get to the end of the movie.
Okay.
I'll say it. Because it's at the end of the movie, so...
Also, every time I say Johnny Storm, I catch myself almost saying Johnny Drama, which is a character from Entourage with an equally silly name.
Okay.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
on the last 2 seasons of Entourage, and it's gone far downhill.
Oh, boy.
You know, from its cinematic level peaks.
Yeah, you
that
know.
it was at in season 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, basically now, because Reed can track the cosmic energy of the Silver Surfer, because that's what the government is making him do, or asking him to do, I guess. Stooge. He can see that every planet that the Silver Surfer has visited has been destroyed within 8 days, and he's been making deep craters all around the globe for some unknown reason, and the next one is going to appear in jolly old England!
Correct.
Down there in London on the Thames!
Oh, my God.
Pip pip cheerio, governor! Uh-oh! Looks like we're in for a right nasty time here on the London Eye.
Time
right
for it to
next
fall
where-
over.
Time for it to fall over. Hopefully the Fantastic Four come around to save our garage. I bought a new roll of aluminium foil.
Aluminium.
Hopefully nothing happens to that while I'm eating my yogurt.
Oh, okay.
I-
All right.
I don't apologize to the UK.
Sorry,
England.
England. I apologize a little bit.
I apologize that Oprah is taking down the monarchy.
Yo, I am gonna watch that tonight. I swear to God on my life. My mom texted me on my dad's birthday. We were watching Ghost Adventures, and because it's his favorite, and she texted me. She's like, "I'm gonna sneak away later to watch Oprah interview Harry and Meghan." And I was like, "Okay, mom. All right."
I feel like I should have a vested interest in that because my grandma, whenever she tries to compare me to a celebrity, she always says that I look like Prince Harry.
Dan, no offense, I disagree, but
Okay.
I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm just saying I don't think you guys look alike. Like,
Well,
is it because you have red hair?
no, because I don't have
You
red hair.
do
I have brown
red
hair.
You have
Look at
red
this.
hair. I'm looking.
What
Dan,
color
I've
is
seen
this?
you in real life. You have dark, like auburny hair on top, and your beard is red.
My beard is red. I agree to
Mhm.
that, but my beard is not my all.
Oh my God, it pretty much is.
Michael Fassbender has a red-haired beard.
I wish you could
Does
tell
he have red
me.
hair?
Dan, you can't play this game with me. I don't know what he looks like.
Magneto in X-Men First Class.
That's not helpful. Let me Google him.
He's attractive. He's very attractive.
I'll be the judge of that.
What else is he in?
I think
Steve
he's.
Jobs in Jobs.
I thought that was.
No,
somebody-
Steve Jobs in Steve
Oh, he
Jobs.
is handsome.
Does he have red
He
hair?
is
he a
handsome.
redhead?
No, he has a red beard, and he has undetermined colored
Brown
hair.
hair.
Undetermined.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I also did one of those celebrity face match things, and they said that Prince Harry was my closest male lookalike, which, you know what? If people can't see it, at least the computers can.
interesting. I don't know. if
Anyway, in London, as the Fantastic Four tried to save the London Eye from falling over into the newly drained River Thames, because the Silver Surfer has punched a hole in it all the way to the Earth's core, apparently, so that...
he's just ripping holes in us like Swiss cheese.
Ooh, rip a hole in me, Silver Surfer.
Stop!
Daddy.
I knew you were gonna say something nasty.
You knew it! 100%! There was nowhere to go but down.
I don't know why I even bothered.
So, As they're trying to save it, Johnny, who has been told not to touch anyone because he steals their powers when he does, accidentally touches
correct.
Mr. Fantastic and becomes useless in the saving effort. But Mr. Fantastic realizes that he can weld the London Eye back together so it doesn't fall down, killing 100 or so people. Probably that's how many. I don't know how many people fit in there.
Several dozen.
Anyway, after the fight, there is strife within the four. Fantastic no more, you may say, because of Johnny's antics. He must stay away from people. That's it. That's really. Do you have anything to add about the fight? I
don't have anything to add.
Yeah.
Like, it's true. Like, I think I'm not going to lie. I definitely zoned out. And when I tuned back in, they told Johnny to stay away from people.
Yeah, that's at the end of the fight. I'm not going to lie. I also wasn't paying that close of attention because I was playing MeTV's Bubble Bopper.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Dan. This movie was just fine. It was fine. I'll say it again.
Fine. This movie
How many
was bad.
times? Oh, God. Okay.
This movie was bad, and I regret watching it.
Well, you're the one who chose this, sir.
I know. It's my fault. I accept responsibility.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh. So, the Silver Surfer goes and talks to Victor Von Doom because his cosmic energy has freed him from his bonds as a metal statue. That's dumb. So they go to talk, and Victor Von Doom is like, why don't we join forces? And the Surfer says no. So Dr. Doom attacks. Silver Surfer attacks him, blasting through ice. But you know what that blast does? It heals Dr. Doom. It doesn't kill him. It turns him back into son of the Prime Minister Julian McMahon, star of Charmed and Nip Tuck.
That is all a true statement.
And then it's time for another scene. Because the army starts to work with Victor Von Doom. Elon Musk. My apologies. That's what I was calling him last episode.
It is indeed.
So now the Fantastic Four have to work alongside Victor Von Doom. And you know what they find out? The surfboard is the source of the Silver Surfer's power. Yay!
And an evil plan comes into formation.
I wonder what it is. Is Victor Von Evil Von Musk going to steal the surfboard?
Only
How
time
could that
will tell.
be? Anyway,
Only time will tell.
Mr. Fantastic develops something that will separate the Silver Surfer from his surfboard, and Victor works on something. We don't know. And it says in the Black Forest, which is really just a soundstage on the 20th Century Fox lot, because none of that forest scene was shot outside.
Also, because
Am I
isn't the
wrong?
Black Forest in Germany?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
They did not film in Germany.
No, I was gonna
refuse
say-
to believe that they did.
I don't think they did.
I think 90% of this movie was filmed at a soundstage.
That would make sense since a lot of it probably has to be green screened.
Yeah.
Poorly green screened.
Drag Tim's story.
I will. To filth.
Ew. To filth?
Yeah, that's what you
That
say.
makes it sounds really dark. Do you say drag him to filth? I didn't know that.
Yes, that is what you say. You say drag him
What?
to filth. I'm teaching you something new today.
This is more than I learned in my grad school class today.
Don't worry, I'm here for you. Libraries who?
So they track him to the Black Forest, where Susan Storm runs across the
Snoozin'
Silver
Storm.
Surfer. Snoozin'
Snoozin'.
Storm. Look, she's as interested in this movie as I am.
Snoozin' Storm.
She talks to the Silver Surfer, where we reveal that he's not the big bad. The big bad is a space cloud that's coming to destroy the
Galactus.
world.
Which,
named
like-
Galactus.
Also, it was kind of sweet, though, when she was talking to him and he protects her from, like... This is the part that I think is cool. When the missile comes at him and he just absorbs it.
Into the surfboard, yeah.
Yes, that's some cool stuff. Anyway, then he protects Sue because she reminds him of his family and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that part.
He protect, he attack, And
But most importantly, he looked
Baby
like a
got
snack.
back.
Oh,
Ooh, both are good.
they were both good. Good job, team. Okay, podcast is over now.
For the first time in the podcast's history, we both had a punchline that worked.
I'm proud of us. We came through
We
for
really should
ourselves.
quit on top.
We really should.
So the military opens fire on the surfer, which distracts him enough that they can use the pulse oximeter to knock him off the surfboard, and then they get him imprisoned in Siberia, where the government is like, because he's technically not a person, we can use torture devices that are war crimes.
Dan, that was the single most disturbing line I have ever heard. I was like, what the F? This movie should have earned a PG-13 rating just for that specific line.
They needed a shot of them waterboarding him.
Literally, oh my god, it was bad.
Waterboard the Silver Surfer. That's my argument that would have made this movie better.
Short circuit.
Is he a robot?
He is now.
Okay.
In this telling.
Sue sneaks into the cell to talk to him, and he says that Galactus. He actually gives the name Galactus, which is nothing like the comic Galactus, which is a person.
Yes, absolutely not. This is a cloud with a name. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. It's a very good description of him.
Thank you.
And the surfboard, it's the homing beacon. It guides Galactus. It's like the hypothetical, you are being chased by a snail. It knows where you are at all times, and it will not stop until it catches you. Do you live out your life? How do you live out the rest of your life without the snail catching you? Because if it catches you, it kills you.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh. So basically,
I get it, but like, what would I do?
Yeah, there's you and there's a poisonous snail. It always knows where you are, and it is always coming after you, 24/7, never stopping.
How am I supposed to sleep?
What do you do to survive? You gotta get far enough away, or trap it in something.
Salt. I'm gonna put salt around me.
You're just gonna put salt everywhere.
I constantly have salt around me.
Are you my grandpa?
I might be.
My grandpa carries a salt shaker with him to the movies because the middle of the popcorn isn't salty enough.
First of all, my lips get so dry eating movie theater popcorn because of how salty it is, so I disagree with him. Second of all,
I'll be sure to tell him.
I would carry salt around with me to stave off the snail.
The murder snail?
The murder snail. I literally would have salt around my bed, around me, in my bed. I'd sleep on a salt lick. Yes.
Speaking of salt licks, Elon Musk. He steals the surfboard from the compound. Oh. And then he gets his power. Wait, he steals Joy? No, that's what the movie does.
Oh.
No, Elon Musk steals the labor.
Also true. He steals the surfboard, he steals labor, and he steals joy.
So, Dr. Doom gets the powers of the surfboard, and he just destroys Andre Brower. Absolutely, vaporizes half of his body.
Yeah, honestly, it was probably for the best. Andre probably didn't want to be in this movie anymore.
Andre Brower was doing some really good first take choices.
He said, "Y'all cut the check. I'm out."
Yeah, I don't know if there were many second takes in this movie.
He was one and done, and
absolutely, he had 3 days of work, and boy, was he keeping it in 3 days. So the gang, they rescue the Silver Surfer. They break out of the Siberian prison where they're basically being held too. And guess what?
What?
Mr. Fantastic, he's built a car. It's not just any car. It's a Dodge flying car, specifically Hemi, that Johnny is
and
over
it's
the
so
moon about.
Ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody else says as the ugliest freaking car I've ever seen in my life.
But it's
and
the
I've seen a Kia
Fantastic car.
Soul. Yeah, that's supposed to be some big reveal. I'd never heard of her, honestly.
I haven't either. But it's a Hemi. That's
I'm not
supposed to mean
impressed.
something.
It means nothing.
12-year-old me thought that Hemi meant something because of this movie.
It meant nothing to me. It's not like it's a DeLorean or something. Batmobile.
What was that? The Lincoln Futura is what the Batmobile from the 60s was.
The
It was
Bat
never
Cycle.
produced, though.
Oh,
The Bat Pod.
Bat Cycle.
Let's name some other famous cars. Kit
The
from
invisible-
Knight Rider.
The Invisible Boatmobile. Herbie Fully Loaded.
Herbie's got a gun. That's the sequel.
No, Herbie Fully Loaded is the sequel.
No, it's the sequel to Herbie Fully Loaded.
Oh.
Herbie Fully Loaded, but Herbie's got a gun this time.
So it's Herbie the Love Bug. Then it's Herbie Fully Loaded, and then it's Herbie's Got a Gun.
There are like 9 Herbie movies or something. Like Don Knotts is in a few of them.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought there were only like 3.
No, there's Herbie the Love Bug, An American Tail, Herbie Goes West.
Oh my god. Absolutely not. You can't make that joke. You haven't even seen An American Tail.
Herbie's List.
There are no cats in America.
The assassination of
and the
Jesse
streets
James
are
by the
paved
coward
with
Herbie the Love Bug.
trees. Oh my freaking god. Let's finish this movie, Dan.
Okay, Herbie doesn't have a gun, but Dr. Doom has a silver stake that he throws at Susan Storm, which
Oh,
penetrates
God.
her shield and stabs her.
This part actually had me scream.
You know what?
What?
The surfer's powerless. He can't save him. The only way that they can save him is with the power of teamwork and the power of friendship.
The power of love.
It don't take money,
Don't take
and
pain.
it don't take fame.
Oh, I thought it was pain all this time.
No, really? Wait. You're right, it is. It don't take pain.
No, I think it's fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train.
Well, pain rhymes with train.
Exactly.
So I think you're right.
Oh, cool. All right, let's stick with that.
The power of teamwork combines. Everybody gives their powers to Johnny, which apparently means that he can keep his firepower despite having it been taken away from him at every other time whenever he touches someone. And he becomes basically comic book man from The Simpsons. So he gets to fight the cosmic-powered Victor Von Doom, and he succeeds in getting Doom off of the surfboard. And then Ben Grimm, not the Thing, Hugh Michael uses a crane to knock Elon Musk into the harbor, sinking him down there. However, despite the fact that the gang seemingly has saved the day and Shanghai is safe for another day, Galactus, the space cloud, has already arrived. It's too late. Nothing
Literally-
else can be done.
In my notes, I just have Galactus is afoot in all caps.
He's here, the space cloud. It's like what is it, On the Beach? The like post-apocalyptic novel.
Oh god, I don't know.
It's so basically it's like there's been a total nuclear war and the entire northern hemisphere is wiped out, and the nuclear particles are slowly drifting south. It's like about the last people alive in Australia surviving, and then of course they die on the beach because there's nowhere else to hide.
Oh, that's sad, Dan.
Better outcome than this movie.
I guess.
Silver Surfer, he gets his power back, and you know what he does? He revives the woman he loves, Susan Storm, who, she just died in his arms tonight.
I did not ask for that at all.
It must have been some kind of stab.
I did not ask for that.
He shouldn't have flown away. Should have flown away.
All right. All right. Thank you for that.
The surfer flies into the mouth of the space cloud and says, "You don't own me anymore, Mr. Cloud Man." And
Yep.
basically kills him somehow. He basically just explodes into
implodes
a
him.
massive ball of energy.
Yes.
Saving the Earth from Space Cloud Galactus Man, meaning you know what it means? Do you know what that means, Anna?
No, what does that mean, Dan? The
Susan
movie's done?
Storm
Oh.
and Reed Richards can now finally get married,
In Japan.
surrounded by a bunch of Japanese school children.
I saw that. I was like, there's just like a bunch of random people here, but okay. And also, felt weird to me that she was getting married in a kimono, but
Yeah.
what do I know, I guess? What do I know, I guess?
It was a different time. I don't know.
I would have just gotten married in my traditional, not appropriative clothing, but that's just me.
You're not Susan Storm.
I am not.
Anyway, at the Japanese wedding, guess what? There's more danger that they get called out to do. They finish the wedding quickly, but you know, even though there's danger that they have to go fight, they still have time to draw a 4 in the sky before flying away. And
Always have time for a 4.
I would say that's it, but there's a mid-credit scene where the Silver Surfer wakes up in space and the board flies towards him. And that, mercifully, is the end of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Gage told me that scene is because they wanted to plan like another movie, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, they had everybody signed on for a 3-picture deal, but they just didn't come up with anything after this. There are no sequels to the comic book movies from 2007. The 2 major ones, Spider-Man 3 and this. I guess X-Men: The Last Stand. Or was that 2006? That might have been 2006.
I don't know.
Anyway, if you couldn't tell by how disinterested I was while reading that, I hated that movie. That was terrible. As I think about it, it's even worse.
I'm sorry, Dan. I mean, I think with how bumpy of a road it took for us to get to the end, that shows how invested we really were in this movie.
I was picturing Bubble Bopper while doing the read-over of everything.
Oh, God. Dan couldn't escape.
Okay, I'm going to try to come up with some positives. The Silver Surfer looks cool.
Yes.
Lawrence
Fishburne sounds cool as ever.
Does sound cool.
Can I just say one thing? This doesn't really it's not a positive really, but Gage told me that when this movie came out, 2 things. One, Jessica Alba was told that she looked too like serious and not sexy enough when she was fighting. So she was told to act sexier while she was fighting.
I hate it.
And also apparently she was recently voted like sexiest woman of the year or something that year. And so they were trying to play up like on her looks and stuff, but when they were trying to do it, they like made her look like a robot with the blue contacts and the blonde wig and stuff. It just didn't look natural on her.
She is a beautiful woman, that's no doubt, but she's wearing like stage makeup in this.
Exactly. It just didn't sit well with me. I was like, you guys, would you tell a man to, you know, act sexier when he's fighting crime, or like
would you tell Chris Evans to
more?
act sexier?
No, but that's because I'm not a you know what, not because I think he's not. I don't know. Anyway, I just think that's sad. Like, I just think it's sad that she was essentially put in this film as like
as eye
something
candy
for people to ogle at. Yeah. And I know like today we do that a little. Have you ever seen that article that's like the difference between how men view superhero men versus how they view superhero women, and like how superhero women are like oftentimes drawn or portrayed as like these sexy characters because that's what men want to see and want to be with, but men, or the reason why superheroes that are men are drawn so strong isn't because it's not because it's what women want to be with, it's because that's what men see themselves as.
That makes total sense.
It's just interesting for me to learn to think about, and I know, like, take it with a grain of salt. It's probably from Tumblr originally or something, but it's just so interesting because it's like you look at the difference between, like, in real life, how Hugh Jackman is posed as Wolverine on the cover of men's health, but you see him on the cover of Good Housekeeping, which is mostly read by women, and he's wearing a sweater and looks like anybody's dad. Like, I don't know. That's just something I was thinking about as we were talking about the whole Jessica Alba being told to be more sexy and like, flirtier while she's like literally playing a crime fighter. So just wanted to throw that in there.
Looking at how female comic book characters are, and to a larger extent were drawn from the like mid 90s to the mid 2000s, it was, oh my gosh, it was like 90% chest and ass, and then 10% the rest. They're all curves, all bodies that are not real, and also would probably not be. It'd be hard to fight with because you'd be weighed down most of the time.
Absolutely, you would have a lot of back issues.
Yeah, like if they had to jog up a flight of stairs, that would hurt so much.
We'd need it to be tie it down, make this costume tighter, but like in all the right places, not like in a sexy way.
Yes, so it absolutely makes sense, horribly, that's what the producers or whoever was making the decisions on that wanted. Her to be sexy instead of being strong. Also,
such barnacles.
I'm not going to say a fun trivia fact, but a trivia fact nonetheless. Jessica Alba said she absolutely hated working on the movie, so much so that it almost made her quit acting altogether.
That doesn't surprise me because she's probably surrounded by men, and doesn't seem like it, well, except for Kerry Washington, but how many scenes are they really in together, There
are 3 women with lines in this movie.
Who is it?
It's Kerry Washington, Jessica Alba, and the woman who eventually becomes Johnny Storm's love interest at the end, the army
There are
woman.
4 because there's one line where somebody asks the girl how she can date the Human Torch, and she says, was it sunburn cream and fireproof lingerie? And I absolutely screamed.
Anyway, the Bechdel test, which is
this does not pass
the Bechdel test.
No.
Other trivia: Chris Evans did not enjoy making the movie either.
No, because he's a feminist.
Yes, and Doug Jones, not the senator, the actor, didn't like Tim Story, who directed the movie, and didn't like having his voice dubbed over by Lawrence Fishburne in post-production.
Well,
that's fair. But...
I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Tim Story's starting to rub me the wrong way, He seems like he's doing a lot of people dirty. Don't get me wrong, I love Lawrence Fishburne, but, like, I feel like maybe it was known ahead of time, but I feel like they should have told Doug, hey, by the way, we're going to have your voice dubbed or something. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm just saying I can understand why people didn't really love working on this movie. It sounds a little bit like it was a toxic environment.
A little bit. Other trivia about film is in quotes when I say the film. There was supposed to be a Silver Surfer spin-off movie. And then that's really it. Good Lord, there's not a lot of trivia about this movie.
Nobody wants to be quizzed about it or give trivia about it.
No one wants to think about it.
Anyone who worked on the set is like, don't ask.
Jessica Alba wore a wig because her hair had suffered from the bleaching in the first movie.
Ugh. I mean, I can imagine. She has dark hair naturally, doesn't she? And bleaching your hair, no matter what color hair you have, is hard on it.
Yes. Are you saying that I shouldn't bleach my hair?
I'm saying if you want to do it once, that's fine. Just make sure you deep condition it and you don't, like, keep bleaching it. Also, don't start at the roots.
No, I'm not going to bleach. I would have somebody professional bleach my hair.
Good. Yes.
I barely trust myself to wash my hair.
I would recommend going to a professional to bleach your hair.
Don't worry. I got Charmaine. She does my hair good.
Good.
Since 7th grade, baby.
Oh, God. She's your girl?
She's my girl.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about how she was a roadie for, what was the band? They do Cut My Life into Pieces.
Is that Papa Roach?
Yeah, it might not be Papa Roach, but she was a roadie for a band, or she's friends with the members of a band like that. Papa Roach is the right band for that song, but I don't know if that's the band that she's friends with the members. But because like in high school she was friends with them and would go backstage and stuff.
Jesus Christ. Well, I hope it's Papa Roach. That's quite the interesting choice. I don't know. I mean, oh my God, here's an analysis of the lyrics to Last Resort. How fascinating.
Do you want to know whose favorite song is Last Resort?
Whose?
Former United States Speaker of the House and Wisconsin House of Representatives member Paul Ryan.
Why did you know that?
His favorite song.
Why?
And his favorite band is Rage Against the Machine. Does he not realize that he's the machine to be raged against?
This makes my head hurt.
You know what makes my head hurt? The fact that we're still recording and that this is still technically about Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Do you have anything else to add review-wise about the movie?
There's no roles for JTT. How about you? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to out and say it. There's literally nothing for him.
This movie would have been better with Jimmy Stewart because nothing can make this movie worse. Or I guess it could be slightly worse, but very little could make this movie worse. So, yeah, Jimmy Stewart would make the movie better, just as I assume JTT would make the movie better, because how could he make it worse?
He would, but, like, it wouldn't, there's nowhere where I could see him being. Like, I feel like he'd show up and they'd be like, JTT, and I'd be like, instantly better.
He's the thing.
But there's no character. Oh my God.
We love a short thing.
You know I do.
I
keep
know
them
you
short,
do.
keep them stocky. That's all there is to it. Thank you.
So we can mercifully end this on a scale of
mercy kill.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 5 mercy kills. What do you give this?
1.
Yeah, I give it.
Could not hold my attention.
Yeah, I give it a 1. It's higher than a half star, mostly just because of the Silver Surfer. He's cool. Yeah, it looks cool.
The graphics are cool.
It's where all the budget went. God, it was not good. It was painful to remember this and think about how many hours I lost in my childhood to this.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was very bad. Next week will not be as bad.
No, next week's gonna be fun.
So next week we're going to be releasing our episode early on the 17th because 17th of March is St. Patrick's Day.
Last we checked.
Really, there are only 2 options for us to do this, and we're not doing Leprechaun, so we're doing the Disney Channel
I'd rather
movie,
die.
Luck of the Irish next week.
Yes.
So get excited for that. We might have a guest, we might not. I need to find somebody who's as aggressively Irish as I am.
I'm not Irish, but I like Irish stuff.
And your family's from Cleveland.
That's not true, but I dated a lot of guys from Cleveland.
Your family could have been from Cleveland.
My family was almost in Cleveland. He got engaged recently and made me feel old and weird.
My brother's getting married this weekend.
Oh yeah, your brother's the same age as me.
Both of my brothers will be betrothed after this weekend. That's
betrothed
weird.
Betrothed means engaged, Dan.
Both of my brothers have been betrothed.
There you go.
Oh no. Ah!
It's weird. We're getting old, Dan. We're at that age where all our friends are getting married.
I know. My friend just bought a house. It's too much. Too much. Anyway.
I'll never forget that I thought I'd have kids by now, and I'm glad I don't.
Oh
all right,
gosh,
anyway.
That sounds like a Catholic school thought.
Yeah.
If you like the show, you can find us online on Facebook and Twitter at And In Conclusion, on Instagram at In Conclusion Podcast. If you want to give us money so we can take your wealth and redistribute it to us, you can do that on Patreon at patreon.com/inconclusion. But the best way that you can help us out is by spreading the word, telling your friends, getting more people to listen. Poisoning their brains with the drivel that you're already hearing.
I just started nodding in agreement with you, and then I remembered nobody could see me, so yes. Yeah. I am agreeing with you verbally.
If you want to find me online, I'm on Twitter at DanO'Keefe86. That's really the only place that I'm active. Anna, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at OptimusPrime818, or you can find me on Twitter at AutobotsRollOut, capital O for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and the O in Roll, and the O in Out are zeros.
All right, we'll be back next week for The Luck of the Irish. Get ready for an hour and a half of me doing my terrible Irish accent.
No.
In the meantime, everybody, stay safe, have fun, wear a mask. Bye-bye.
Bye. We're kind of boring, Dan.
I'm not doing anything.
No,
I'm
not you.
boring.
I said we are kind of boring.
We
Not
are
just
boring.
you.
What is there to do?
I don't know, but I deadass thought that was a carrot.
Oh, it's a Pez dispenser.
I love Pez. It's one of my favorite candies.